Content warning. The stories and themes shared throughout this podcast may contain themes that can be distressing for you. If needed, please pause and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. If needed, please reach out to a mental health professional for support.
Welcome back to another episode of Resilient AF with Blair and Alana, and it is the first episode of 2026.
Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. I feel like I feel like I have three New Years. I
Yeah.
feel like I have like the Jewish New Year in the fall, then we have this
Yeah.
calendar New Year, and then my birthday. And I really treat my birthday more like a new year, like it's my new year. But
hmm
I love it because it gives us time to like reflect. And, it's a big time because, December. It's midway through grief season.
Yeah, we're at the halfway point. We
Oh my God.
finished the halfway point of grief season.
Yeah, we have only two heavy, heavy months left. So January. Let's talk about the highlights of grief season in January. Well, our parents are still dead.
Yeah. Our mom's Earth birth is in January.
Sharon's birthday is January 17th. Yep.
Yeah.
And we actually do something really beautiful that day. We believe in meaning making and continuing bonds, which is like continuing our relationship with those who are no longer Earthside. And do you want to share what we do on my mom and your mom, our mom's
On our
birthday?
on our mom's birthday, yeah. So typically what we do is we each get like a piece of cake or something. So I get Jeannie's cake and then we FaceTime each other and we sing happy birthday. And then I don't know if you do this, Blair, but I also try and get like Greek food for dinner because mom loved Greek food. And so this year will be interesting because it'll be so I'm doing an EMDR training, so eye movement desensitization reprocessing. I haven't started the
What's
training
the
yet. You
M?
can
Oh, movement.
movement.
Okay.
And so I'll be in the middle of that training on her birthday. It'll be day two. So when we do our FaceTime, I'll be like heavy in it, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, I love that. I might have friends visiting and they're like, "Are you sure you want us to come stay with you on your mom's birthday?" And I said, "Yeah, we have to celebrate Sharon, whether I'm alone." But I mean, I think that's going to be really cool. So January, like for me, January 17th is like the biggest day.
hmm
So I don't find January as heavy. In fact, I feel so far the first few days have been lighter for me, but December, I was depressed.
Yeah. Yeah, December was a hard month. Do you want to talk about
Well, it just felt
what?
heavy. It felt
Yeah.
shitty. Like, I don't know, it's dark. I was coming down, the glitter crash. It's like the adrenaline is out of our body from this crazy life. And I purposely
Yeah.
had a slower December. New York almost took me out. Financially, it was a very expensive year, but on the front end, it was a very successful year launching two books, leading grief trips around the world. But there's a
hmm
cost for time, money, and energy. And it took a lot out of me. And this time of year is also hard on my marriage because Shane's on the
Yeah.
road a lot and I'm on the road and we're in different time zones. And he is still recovering from his stroke. And so just coming back after our New York book launch, I was supposed to go to Montana with friends and like I wanted to spend time with Shane and kind of help him get on a track to healing. And when I was able to sit down and my nervous system was able to just let go, I started to really feel just like the heaviness of grief and
hmm
life and like I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't find the holiday season so like festive always. Like Hanukkah's not as big as Christmas.
No.
And like we didn't like I usually like I didn't grow up having a tree, but like I usually put my tree up mid-November and like we put it up a week before Christmas and Shane
hmm
took it down while I was away at a friend's place
Like
after
3 days
Christmas.
later.
Like he's just like, let's clean this up. I'm like, okay. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing something I didn't want to do, which is clean. But I don't know,
Yeah.
it was weird. It was just heavy.
Yeah. I mean, you've been through so much like that. You had the high highs this year and the low lows
Oof
last year, I
oof.
mean.
Off
Yeah, the
off.
oof oofs. And so it makes sense that like December when you finally have the quiet that everything kind of like
Yeah,
comes
like
to a head in a
yeah, and
way.
And so like what's really interesting is like everyone does that reflection, and because of like where we are in like the resilience and grief space, like I follow a lot of accounts in grief, resilience, mental health, dark
Hmm.
humor, and a lot of posts were super negative about like, thank God the year is over and this and that. And I actually look back to make a like compilation of my year, and there was just so much that happened that was so good that I actually like gave up because after an hour I was only a few months in, and I was like, you know what, this year was actually pretty fucking epic. And like
Mm.
I actually don't have any complaints about the year. Like it was such a good year. And maybe part of that grief is that the year was ending. Like it was a really monumental year. Like I traveled more than I've ever traveled, and I got to go to
Hmm.
places I've only dreamed of, and I can't believe that I get to do the work that I'm doing. And yeah, like Shane almost died. October was hard. Like Shane almost died. I learned that I can't grow a baby, but I can grow a fibroid. And
Yeah.
like we were both in the hospital in October, and like then I started traveling. But like all around, like 2025 was a great year. And I don't know, like this December was hard, and I even made a post going into the new year because I was just reflecting because January 1st is my sober birthday, and like a lot of other
Hmm.
people were responding on my Instagram saying like they felt it was just really heavy too. And we did end the year on a heavy note, especially my our Jewish community.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Like, it just makes me think of how the brain functions. Like, our brains are Teflon for these positive things and sponges for like the negative things. And
Hmm.
so typically, I don't remember what the number is. I say this all the time to my clients, but like you have to have a certain amount of positive things outweigh the negative.
Hmm.
And then for you, when like the last quarter of the year was pretty heavy and full of these like I use the word negative, but like these lower experiences, it makes sense you feel that way. And I had that similar feeling. I just, yeah, objectively. I would made my
Yeah,
like
like tell me
post.
about your mental health. Like you've had a year, and like
I've
you
had a
said you felt
year.
shitty at the end of the year too.
Yeah,
Like
and
literally.
I did. Yeah. So one thing about me, and you should know this by now if you've been listening for a while, is that a lot of like my big feelings, I somatize, which means like my body feels them. And I had a rough last couple days of the year, like physically. The last month, I haven't been feeling so awesome. Um, and even though I had all of these great things happen, I traveled a lot with you. We had like two billboards, two books.
We had
Like
a lot of fun.
we had a lot of fun together. And then, yeah, there were some things that weren't so great. Like, I mean, I don't need to go into them again. However, for some reason, I just like couldn't shake it. In the like, I tried processing, I tried, I don't even know. I kept reflecting. I'm like, okay, why is it that I'm feeling this way right now? And I think I have to say it's probably what I just said to you. It's just the way our brains function. The combination of that. For the past few years, I've been with you over the holidays and we weren't
Oh,
together.
maybe that's it. I blame you.
Yeah. And then like I had transitioned to this new job and like the people are lovely and the work itself is great, but I'm still in that like first few months of finding my footing. And it's very different than the last job I had. But it's not different from my experience before that. So it's like just been like a heavy head space. And I think again, because we didn't have our time together over Christmas, it just felt it just felt weird and
Yeah.
funky and low. And I'm slowly, I don't know if I'm like coming out of the lowness of it, but I feel like I'm a little bit floating now. If
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense, but I'm floating.
Maybe it's because the end of the year you ended it with a flu and you like detoxed all that out of you, and you had like 400 baths a day.
I just had a bath right before this too.
Okay, you know what, Alana?
I've been fevering, but I think it's more of like a systemic inflammation than a flu based on
Well,
my
I think it's you
symptoms.
detoxing, and
Yeah.
it's okay that we didn't spend the holidays together
Yeah,
because we're gonna see each other next month for Grief Week.
completely.
For Grief
For
Week.
grief week, we've
And
seen each other so much,
yeah, we did
so
good. We did good. It was just like a
we
weird end
did
of the year,
very
and I think
well.
it's just common. Like it's the end of the year, people are burnt out. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but I think like okay, this is a good transition. And Alana and I
Okay.
sometimes talk ahead of time about like what we're going to talk about, but not in detail. But just you talking about you being sick. I just want to quickly talk about a couple things. So like end of the year, we get these wraps, right? Spotify wrap, this wrap, that wrap, and first of all, Spotify thinks I'm 23, so like my
Mhm.
ears, it's like have Botox in my ears. I
Oh,
love
I'm
it.
68 or 73
Yeah,
or
I love
something like
it.
that. Yeah.
And I don't know if DoorDash or Skip did a wrap. I refuse to look at it because every time I go in, it's like you've ordered this 23 times. I'm like, holy fuck! Like, no wonder, no wonder my
I
no
know.
one.
Ugh, I
And
know.
I know. I wish like I
I
don't know.
wish
I
they
can't.
didn't.
I wish I didn't. But ChatGPT did a wrap, and uh, I don't even want to share it. Like it's because ChatGPT, I gave her a name, so mine is Kathy, Chatty Kathy. Kathy is my thought partner, and
Hmm.
sometimes with thought partners, it's kind of like not a ghostwriter, but there's certain things that like aren't meant for public knowledge.
Hmm.
And so I think I just like Kathy and I decided that it's cool to know those numbers. Also, I hate M dashes, so like thank you for stop using them, Kathy. But I'm not going to share that. Like, but I
Hmm.
think it's funny because Alana, what's the name of your
Dr. BM.
and why is it that?
Because I use it as my doctor before I go to the real doctor because um I
Am I
the
making you
healthcare.
uncomfortable? You don't have to
No,
share.
no, no. I'm
Okay.
just trying to like explain
Okay,
it. How do I
everyone, just
explain
just
this?
say it. Just say it. Tell it what it
I
is.
will. I will. The
Okay.
healthcare system in Manitoba and in Canada is overrun. So I use it as my like precursor. And so I use it to TMI, pause, skip 30 seconds now to analyze some funky things like my poop and my cat's poop when my cat has IBD and I probably do too. So yeah, and it's been pretty good. Sometimes it tells me to go to the emergency room, but then the wait is like 15 hours. I'm like, it's not that serious. So I have to get them to be more of like a triage than a doctor. But yeah, so I had asked
Dr. BM.
Dr. BM how many times I asked him about BM.
Him or her? I thought it was a they.
It's a they. They're they. So I asked them about how many times this year I had asked about BM, and they could only do December, and it was at least 20.
What? You asked Dr. BM about poo, your poo, 20 times in December. So that must, I guarantee it's like at least 150, 200 times throughout the year.
For sure. Well, lots of times it was like follow-ups and being like, okay, this is still happening. Like didn't get it to analyze it 20
Okay, so any
times.
gastro doctors out there, please reach out to
Any
Alana.
gastro doctors in Winnipeg, if you can fast track me to a colonoscopy or a sigmoidoscopy, that would be
Oh
fantastic.
my God, Alana, that's so funny. Oh,
And
okay.
then send me the results so I can put them into Dr. BM and they can know.
Yeah, I can like, okay, so I think this is a good transition because over
Okay.
the holidays, you were sick. We were both sad. You analyzed your poo 20 times. You've set yourself
At
this
least
goal, at least. You set this out your goal by February, by like season 50 of Survivor to watch all
every episode.
every episode. Where are you at today as of January 3rd?
As of January 3rd, I am currently paused on season 36, episode 1, which is like a double episode. I had just calculated it for how long from like December 25th until today, how many episodes I watched. I'm just opening up my notes. So I went really hard at the beginning. Then there was like a bit of a slump just because I was adjusting to a new job and travel and all that. But I'm back in it, and my goal is for someone at CBS or the Survivor team to recognize me and send me to the
Alana's a
finale.
Survivor super fan. Her
Like
full
super,
email
super
address
fan.
is was Alana underscore is underscore survivor at hotmail.com. No longer exists. Alana's bat
Yeah.
mitzvah at age 12 was Survivor themed. Alana is a Survivor super fan. Who out there knows someone that can get Alana to the what is it that you want to go to?
The season 50 finale.
The season 50
Like the
finale. Like
reunion.
Alana
Yeah.
needs to get there. Ethan's on.
Ethan's on. My first Survivor crush.
Oh,
Please.
I got you a cameo
Yeah,
from
you
him.
did.
And me and him are friends on Instagram, so maybe he'll hear this.
So maybe you can message him.
Okay, anyways, so
Okay. So since December 25th, I've watched all of season 32, which is Korong, season 33, Millennials versus Gen X, season 34, Game Changers, season 35, Heroes versus, what was it called? Heroes versus Hustlers versus Healers. Really not a fan of that season. And now I'm on Ghost Island. So that is 14, 13, 26, 54, 55 episodes in like 10 days.
oh my God.
Oh my God.
In between analyzing your BMs.
I did pause to watch Salt Lake City and
Okay. Well,
Below Deck.
okay, so let's talk.
Okay, your
Okay,
turn.
so I love like binge watching too, because like when I
Hmm.
have downtime, I have downtime. And when I'm on the go, I'm on the go. Shane has never binge watched anything before, but I disagree because he binge watches wrestling, but he doesn't anymore now that it's on Netflix. He's like annoyed by that. But he used to
Because
record
they
it and
sold
then
out.
watch it. Yeah, but he watches a lot of hockey. But listen, he and I started watching like the Yellowstone, the prequels to Yellowstone, and now we're doing
Hmm.
Yellowstone. And we were supposed to have a date, and it was like the first time we had like time to spend together since his stroke, essentially, because he's been working and I've been traveling and he's been traveling for work. And we were gonna go do all these things. I'm like, let's just watch Yellowstone. And I think we watched like 6 or 7 episodes. And he's like, I've never done that. So we've been binge watching Yellowstone, but when he's not around, I I banged out. First of all, the Mary Crosby the cult
Oh, I
one
need to watch that.
that was really good. But it came out late. Like it should have come out years ago when like season 1 or 2.
Did your opinion change on her, or has she like, because like
Um,
she right now, I haven't seen it yet.
I
I
mean,
love
like
her.
I think she makes great TV. Like she
Great
makes great
character.
TV, and she's a really good PR person because who she is in this iteration versus the first 2 seasons are completely different people.
Yeah.
But it's TV, and I'm not going to join her cult or her church. So,
Well, that's good because you're Jewish.
yeah, and that's there's that. Um, I this morning actually, because I really love documentaries, I
Hmm.
watched Anatomy of Lies.
Oh,
It is
yes. I
so
watched
good.
that last year.
It
It's so
it's
good.
so good, and what's interesting is like we're gonna let's come back to this, but because we're working on a TV show, there's some very interesting things. So there's a bridge there. So we'll come back to that. But the one
Wait,
that what?
I need to interrupt because when you said that, I didn't clock that it was Anatomy of Lies. There's like another new show that people are talking about with like
Heated rivalry.
no, like Dakota Fanning,
Oh.
and maybe it starts with the letter A, and I thought that's what you meant, but now I know what you mean.
Okay,
Okay.
well, so we're gonna come back to that, but I feel like I watched a whole bunch of other things, but like Heated Rivalry, I didn't real like I knew it was a Canadian production. I'm from Kamloops. One of the lead guys is from Kamloops. Like I live here now, and that's he's from here, and but I didn't realize that it was picked up by like HBO or whoever, and it's gone like basically like it's become this global sensation. But I loved Heated Rivalry, and I binge watched it, and I just think the way the two characters like developed their like relationship and like it was just so tender and sweet and like the
Hmm.
love was I don't know, I really liked it. It was a little saucy, which is like I'm not complaining. But like
It is very, that's why I had to turn it off this morning. I was like, this is like too early on a Saturday for this type
for
of show.
sex,
Yeah.
it's never too early for sex. But it was really like I really liked the storyline. And then I started like following some stuff online and they had like no budget. They had like grants,
You
no
could tell.
budget, and like what?
You could tell. Like as soon as I turned it on, I'm like, oh yeah, this is for sure a Canadian.
I couldn't tell.
Oh, that's
But
good.
like
It doesn't matter.
I was
Nothing's wrong
watching
with
like just
Canadian
like the way they
production.
filmed it.
Hmm.
I don't know, it was just like really cool to see something that was like filmed as like a project in Canada go viral, and that it's just so tender, and and I'm actually seeing like there's like all these big sports podcasts that are like, straight male focused talking about it. And I think it's such a cultural shift that's happening right now. And I think it's going to be really cool to evolve that. And I've told a couple people about the show, and some of them have been like, I don't know if I want to watch that. I'm like, okay, well,
Your loss.
your loss. But I think like the relationship is really tender to where I'm like, oh, I want someone to be that in love with me. Not the first few
Mm.
episodes, but like the end. But
Near the
like,
end.
I don't know, I thought it was really sweet and tender and like a beautiful love story. And it also makes me think about like how many relationships are hidden in sports.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't think I've heard other podcasts talk about this, and I don't know if there's an answer,
You
but
mean the
I don't
Giggly
know.
Squad?
Yeah, the Giggly Squad, my favorite podcast.
Yeah.
Um, they were talking about it, and I don't know if there's any out
I feel like there was at
hockey
least one.
players. Well, is there like I don't know if they're like I'll Google it.
Okay. Well, we don't have
But
enough
I'm hoping
information.
that this normalizes it a bit, and then if people are feeling like they couldn't express themselves and their sexuality before, I'm hoping that this could help change the culture around that.
Well said, sister.
Thank you.
So back to the anatomy of lies. So it's interesting because like it talks about one of the writers, the head writers, and how like
Hmm.
basically all these things happened in her life and she ties it into the show, but it was all big lie. And it's three parts and it's actually really fascinating, but they talk about things like, well, first of all, it was a Shonda Rhimes show, and they talk about being on the writer room's floor and kind of the stuff that happens behind the scenes of a TV show. And I actually found it like there's fascinating things. One, like Grey's Anatomy is like our mom's favorite show. We both love it. But
Hmm.
two, like the behind the scenes of writing a show, because Alana and I have been working on a TV show for almost a year now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Wow.
we met our partners, a production company, Octet, in February, last February. We've started working with Dana, who is our manager, which is like an agent, but even bigger a few months ago. And now we're getting ready to pitch the show.
2026, it's gonna happen.
Okay, so like I usually set these huge, big goals of like all these things I want to accomplish, and I want to come back to what our words are. But
Hmm.
my biggest vision and biggest goal this year is not even just this year, but in Q1, January, February, March, it's we sign a TV deal. So where we're at with that is that we have a name. There's been a name in the industry given to Dana. And Dana's job is to now present our show to him. And either he says, yes, I want to learn more, and we have a pitch, or he says, not interested, and then we have names to go to who would be
Hmm.
showrunners. And we're going to go into all of these details, more behind the scenes, the juicy stuff. We started originally a Patreon, but like we don't have an audience there. We have an audience on Substack. So we started a Substack. I'll put the link in the show notes. Some stuff is going to be free, some stuff you have to pay for. But we want to bring you along the journey, on the journey with us, because we've never made a TV show, and this isn't a documentary. This is a comedy, a scripted comedy based on our life, and it's a dark comedy based on these two sisters and their journey through grief and turning grief into business and everything that
Hmm.
comes with it. And so we'll go more into details over there. So come join us there, but my big fucking vision is we're signing that TV deal in the next 3 months, and it's
Hell
January
yeah, we
3rd.
are.
And like every day I visualize it and I'm manifesting it and I'm writing it, and it's happening. It's happening this year, but I want to kickstart this year with this. Like, let's fucking do it. And so sometimes it's not in our hands. We have a lot of different avenues that we can go down, but we're on the right path and we have the right people who believe in our story. And I'm just really excited to have that meeting, that first meeting where we can pitch our show.
Hmm.
And the other thing we're working on, my other big thing is, and I've been working on this for a while, but Alana and I decided that we're going to do it together as a book proposal. It's going to be a prescriptive memoir based on our story and the navigating grief framework, and it's going to be basically presenting this new model in navigating grief
Mm,
with our stories woven in. And so those two big things are my biggest focus this year. It's that show like we're and it's like episodic and it's multi-season. And what was really cool was like watching these documentaries. I watched it because I love Grey's Anatomy, but it was talking about behind the scenes and being in the writer's room, and it's like that's us. I see
yeah.
us not making up lies. Like this is actually our story. But because like Anatomy of Lies is about this person lying, but being in the writer's room and like eating snacks and lying on the floor and laughing and crying and like getting our stories into formats for these shows. And I'm just holding that. So we're going to keep you posted on everything, but we're going to really keep you posted in detail on our Substack. So please join that.
Please, please.
And yeah, and we're going to sign a book deal. Like that's just
Yeah.
inevitable. Like it's inevitable. We have the right people supporting us. We have some people been very successful with their books who love the work we're doing, support what we're doing. And we're so grateful for that because we went through a lot of shit and now we're turning our pain into purpose. And this is the year. This is the year where like we are up leveling. And it's interesting, Alana, like we usually, I don't know if you pick words. Alana and I always make a vision board.
Hmm.
And my vision board goes on the back of my phone. Like I make it in Canva. It's the background. So every time I check the time, it's there.
Me
And
too.
my vision board is probably the most sparse it's ever been because I don't need to have a bunch of goals. Like I want to slow down. And my two words, one of them is presence.
Mm,
It's
yeah, that's a
presence.
good
I want
one.
to just be here and be present. And like I'm instead of always thinking about the next thing. And I think part of that is like setting fewer goals and bigger goals, like the TV show and a book deal. And so, yes, there's all these other things I want to do, but like really, really focusing. And the other one is expansion.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Presence and
Good
expansion. So
synonym
those,
for growth.
yeah. So those are my two words. And like, the rest of my vision board, it's like obviously I want to finish paying off debt. I want to speak more. I want to write more. I want to get paid to write. I want to get to Peru for my own personal growth.
Mm.
And yeah, like usually there's a lot more things going on. Oh, and be happy. I just want to feel happy because I have a lot of trouble naturally feeling happy.
That's very lovely. And I know that you will achieve all of these and we will achieve these this year. Um, for me, my words, I chose three this year. And the reason why I chose three is because I wanted to.
Yeah. Good one. Yeah.
I've typically have only chosen one before, and that's a lot of pressure for one word. So the first word I chose was success. I've never actually just blanketly said, what is it that I want?
Oh,
And so that's what I decided I wanted to do this year is just like, you know what, just say it. Like, I don't need to like fluff it up or whatever. Because I usually say something like abundance or ease, but it's like, okay, let's get to the root of what I actually want. I want success. And success I want is like for us. And then for
but what
me,
is
and
success? Tell me what is
well,
success?
it changed. And so that's what mark success for me is again, um, m more financial security, I think. I think happiness will help with success, and health would help with success. But in the purpose of this, it's success with the Global Resilience Project. That is what I'm aiming for. My other word, one number two is comfort. I love comfort, but comfort I think goes beyond just like being on my couch. Like I want to be able to do things comfortably,
Hmm.
like travel to places that are nice. Unfortunately, I'm someone who likes not the finer things, but I like the comfortable things. Like I don't like being in economy, but I can't afford business class yet. But with the success that we will have, will help with comfort. And comfort's also, I think, more of like an internal thing too. Like there's things internally I want to feel more comfortable with, but I'm not gonna necessarily share them. And opportunity is my other word. More opportunities for us, more opportunities for me as a therapist. Um, and they're all kind of connected, these words. But so, in addition to like when we sign the TV show, I also see us, again, creating, like, I have a money tree on my vision board. I have the Survivor logo, obviously, because I'm going to be CBS again. It will be sending me to the season 50 finale.
When is it?
Um, I think it's like May 22nd or something
Where?
around then.
And where?
Probably LA,
Let's just
maybe.
plan to be there. Like, let's just get our
Yeah.
tickets and go.
And then it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it is happening. Um, and then I also have my cats because I always have my cats on my vision board because I want them to remain healthy. And then comfort, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
great.
that's basically it.
It was those are great words, and I'm really proud of you for like standing in your power and asking for what you want because you're the more passive one who's like,
I'm very
yeah. Where
passive.
I'm very much like, this is what I want and this is what we're gonna do. And I think it's amazing that you're stepping into that, into your power and like
Well, being passive stopped working for me, so
yeah.
I need a different approach.
Well, it's funny because like I'm the other way where like I'm so deep in my masculine energy and asking for what I want actually still works for me, but it doesn't work for my internal health.
Mm,
So like I'm trying to
yeah,
be softer, but like I'm very clear. Like we are signing a TV deal. Period. We are signing a book
yeah.
deal. Period. Um, so I guess like we're kind of wrapping up for now. We have a lot of great episodes coming from future authors, from
Mm-hmm.
past authors, from amazing au- authors of their own books, mental health experts, just people who have stories. We have another book coming out, Resilient AF Stories of Resilience, Volume 3. It's coming out the first weekend of March. If you're in New York, we're going to do a billboard and a brunch, and we're going to have a big celebration. We have authors coming in from all over the world for that. One of the things that we're going to be really more comfortable with is asking for help. This is
Yes.
a social enterprise and it doesn't generate revenue. We still put in our own resources to help make this run. So we are looking for sponsorship, and there's going to be a link in the show notes here if you're interested. But our work, our billboards, our books get hundreds of thousands of eyeballs on them. So if you want to help support us and support our next launch and the project and our movement, have be part of our billboard in Times Square in New York. This is an opportunity for you. We have limited spots available for sponsorship, but getting your brand out there and supporting this global movement where we help people strengthen their resilience muscle is amazing, especially because we are working on this TV show and some of the potential speaking engagements that we can't talk about yet that are going to be coming down the pipeline. Our visibility is continuing to grow in exponential ways. Like in what's it called? They call it quantum leaping. Like we're growing really
Mm. Oh, I
fast.
like that term.
Yeah. And the things that are coming down the pipeline are going to be putting the project in a spotlight. And we would love for you to help us because, like Alana said, success is like finances and how it's feeling. I believe success is all of those things and more. And we are extremely successful. We're reaching already millions and millions of people, but that doesn't necessarily reflect in the revenue that we're generating. And I've had to take a step back from most of my PR work to focus on this. And
Hmm.
I really want to be able to give this my 110% attention, this project and speaking and writing, because this is my life's work. This is our life's work. This is the legacy I'm leaving. And to let go of those golden handcuffs from my public relations work, it comes at a literally a cost. And the money I do make
Hmm.
from that gets poured into this project. So this isn't me begging, but this is me presenting an opportunity to those businesses out there who have extra money. We're not looking for, tens of thousands of dollars. We're looking for something that's quite reasonable to help us reach that next level for our co-authors.
That being said, if you're feeling that generous,
Yeah,
obviously
we're not going to say no.
we're not going to say no. The reality is we want to be able to continue doing these things for our authors and our community and keep our community growing. Um, and one of the only ways we can do that is by having sponsors.
Hmm. And yeah, and on that note, we also have, so besides you like supporting us and all that, that's great. if you're not in the position to sponsor, listen to our podcast, watch our social media, buy our books, read the stories of our authors on our website for free. You don't need to spend money with us. We just want to get the message of our authors out there. The Resilient AF Skin Deep Stories book, which is showcasing tattoos, was so successful that we've now opened a wait list. And the wait list link
Hmm.
is in the show notes. But if you go to our website, theglobalresilienceproject.com, we're now building a wait list. It doesn't cost to get on there, but if you're interested in being in our next book to showcase your tattoos or scars and the stories of resilience behind them. If you're on the list, when we do open it up, you get first access and possibly a benefit, maybe a discount, maybe a bonus. We don't know that answer yet, but get on that wait list because you're going to get first dibs of being in a book where there's only 30 spots. And other than that, one final really cool announcement for what's coming up this year is
Hmm.
that we're going to do, because we have a clothing line. Alana and I, right now, if you can't see it, we're wearing vintage. Alana's wearing a shirt that we had to remove because it's in a font that we're not allowed to use because it has to do with something rhyming with Farby.
It's the way Australians grow food.
They put the shrimps on the.
Blank.
And I'm also wearing a vintage Resilient AF shirt, but we have a clothing line. You can buy everything on our website. We have a whole Sharon collection dedicated to our mom. We have a Resilient AF line, which is our most popular line, but we're going to start doing quarterly drops for now. And so that's 4 drops a year. We're trying this out. If it's successful, we're going to keep doing it. But Alana and I are both very witty and smart. We're witty and we're pretty and we're smart and we're funny. And we come up with funny sayings like all the fucking time.
Nice song.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like ready to be a singer.
Yeah.
And so Alana and I came up with something that's super epic that represents the whole project. And we have a brilliant graphic and we're launching a
Mm.
special edition drop. We have not shared what it is. Social media is going to be hinting at it, but it's going to be towards the end of the month. And it's going to be a limited edition, meaning there's only going to be a 2 week window where you can purchase very specific products with this design on it.
Oh, I'm
And
so excited.
it's just like we want it to do really well. We're putting a lot. We put some resources behind it. Um, we've tested out the idea of like telling people what the saying is and the idea of the graphic, and it's been overwhelmingly like supported and loved by the few people we've shared it with. But we don't want to let too much out of the bag. So
It's just
hopefully,
something I've been envisioning, like this style
yeah. Well, and it's
has been something I've
happening.
been
It's happening.
envisioning. Yeah.
So the this drop is going to be in January. It might leak into February, depending, because we're just waiting for those samples to come. But and they're going to probably arrive soon-ish. But in the meantime, we know what this product quality is. We just want to get some really great content to like get you excited about it. But
Hmm.
we're excited about this. This is a way for us to help fund the project. We do our, we've learned that we can't, Alana and I are not good at shipping and receiving products. So everything we do is print on demand. So we work with a print on demand company. We design everything, we test it, and we basically have them design, manufacture it and ship it to you. And so, there is like obviously we don't have there's not the margins aren't huge, but it helps us fund the project.
And the design's not AI generated. Like we put
No,
resources
we hire
in.
people
We
who we
hired someone to help us
yeah.
and he's wonderful.
Yeah. And so like and yeah, anyways, I'm really excited about this drop. It's good. Our Instagram, which is at Global Resilience Community, um, is if you check it out, there's teasers and you're gonna start seeing some hints and
Hmm.
we can't wait for that. So that's really exciting. So we got lots of cool things going on. Follow us on Substack. You don't have to subscribe and pay, but you can because that's gonna also help fund the project. But we're gonna take you behind the scenes of the TV show and let you know in the juicy stuff. Sponsor us, share our content, um, buy our products, read our books.
Yeah.
Love us. Leave a comment. Have you left a comment? Have you given us a rating yet on our podcast?
Give
That
us a like, a
top
save, a
5%?
share, a
Yeah. Now
follow.
anyways, I'm excited for this year and for us signing this TV deal in like less than 90 days.
For
Dana,
sure.
it's in your hands. I believe in you. Shout out to Dana and Bree and Chuck for just supporting us and Chaz and everyone else. And this
Hmm.
year we're expanding while
We
being
are
present
expanding with all the opportunity and
for
success that will lead to comfort
in our clothes.
in our clothes.
and Alana in first class. Oh my God, I had a dream. So I have a lot of travel coming up and I dream every night. I can't visualize when my eyes are closed. I can't see anything, but my dreams are so detailed. But recently I had a dream that I went on a very long trip and I was in business class, but I forgot my neck pillow and it was the most uncomfortable flight of my life.
Well, if you're in business class, you don't need a neck pillow because don't they provide?
Not neck pillow. Like no, like the like neck brace pillow.
Oh,
This
you will
girl
not
has so
forget.
many neck and back injuries, she needs one. Okay, you know what?
That's true. Okay.
Let's end on a high note.
Yeah.
High note.
High in the air for all the first class travel we'll be doing.
Well, I mean, I'm fine back in economy, but I also like nice things, but I'm also fine shopping at secondhand stores and sleeping on the floor. So we're good.
Yeah, I don't want to shop. I just want to travel
Um,
glamorously. Okay.
okay, so on that note, I just want to remind everyone, if you're having a struggle bus time, it's okay because you're gonna get through it. Life's fucking hard.
It is.
You don't have to go through it alone. It's ups and downs, lefts and rights, dark and light. The Global Resilience Project, we were building this from a wound, and it's become something so beautiful, more than a scar, but a piece of art. And
Hmm.
we are here to support you. You don't have to go through the hard shit alone. We have our resources, we have our books, we have the stories for free on our website, we have this podcast. We want to connect you to the right people to help you on your healing path. We are that lighthouse in the storm, and I just want to remind you that, friends, you are resilient AF. That's a wrap for another episode of Resilient AF with Blair and Alana, and thank you for listening. Are you feeling inspired to bounce forward?
Let's connect at theglobalresilienceproject.com, where you can read many stories of resilience, buy our books, shop our clothing line, learn more about how to strengthen your resilience muscle, be empowered, and more.
Remember, friends, you are resilient AF.